Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, just decide to breathe in a deep, long breath, expanding your chest, starting to open up that diaphragm. And as you exhale, just allow tension to leave your body, particularly around your eyelids. Feel the muscles in your forehead, your jaw, your temple, starting to relax as you breathe out. And breathe out longer than you normally would, so that as you breathe in even deeper, feeling like the deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed you become, the more brainwaves shift from alpha to beta on a journey towards theta waves, the deepest levels of relaxation. When you breathe in, I want you to imagine a color that represents courage. Whatever comes to your mind is exactly the color it should be. Imagine it as a glowing color. And as you breathe in, just imagine breathing in that color of courage. Feel it going in through your nose, into your lungs, down into your diaphragm, melting away any fears and anxieties. And that those fears and anxieties or doubts start to leave your body in that outward breath. Breathing in courage, breathing out doubt. Breathing in courage, breathing out hesitations, fears and worries. The deeper you breathe, the more of that courage you're breathing in. As you feel like your mind wants to take you to a place in history. So continue to breathe in deeper. Exhale any anxieties and worries. And just imagine an old history book telling the story of Columbus. Imagine turning the pages and seeing an image of a town on the coast of Spain. A town there on the south of Spain, not far from Portugal, in that district, the district of Huelva, and a town called Palos de la Frontera. As you see the old colonial buildings, the orange trees, the big port, and the original boat. I want you to imagine stepping into the picture and finding yourself there in the town of Palos de la Frontera, seeing 3 boats. Observe the Pinta, the Niña, and the Santa Maria. Feel the Spanish sun on your skin, and imagine the atmosphere as families of the crew see Columbus, the Pinzon brothers, and all of the crew board the ship. And you can't help but have a feeling of admiration for the courage required to leave one location without ever knowing if you arrive at the destination. I want you to see Columbus there, now on the deck of the ship, and imagine how it would feel to step into his body moments before they set sail. Think of everything that's going on. The belief, the conviction, the risks, not just reputation, but a life, and the lives of all of the crew. I want you to get a sense of leadership, courage, determination, unwavering determination. And imagine that sensation as the boat set sail, leaving the port, seeing the crew wave to family members there on the shore, sailing out into the Atlantic Ocean with no knowledge of what exists beyond the horizon. To do something that no one has done before is a pioneer. Early explorers were pioneers of the physical landscape. And people in business are pioneers of the entrepreneurial landscape. To go and do what's never been done before. And I want you to feel that in the early days it's smooth sailing, blue skies, fluffy white clouds, and just high morale on those boats. But just imagine beyond the horizon where no land can be seen, when supplies are dwindling, when morale is lower, when fear has become contagious, when storms are visible and are heading towards the boats. That is when true courage is needed. When the initial enthusiasm wears off, when you've left one port but not arrived at the new destination, that requires unwavering courage. And I want you to imagine how you would feel having just survived a fierce storm with no knowledge of how to get to the destination or if indeed you ever will. But you're no longer on the boat as Columbus, you're on the boat as you. And the destination is the success of a new venture. That the fishing village on the coast of Spain was your old businesses. You're in no man's land. Left one venture, pursuing another, without knowing if it would be successful, but feel a wonderful sense of absolute conviction in your decision that when things are at their bleakest, you still have that absolute resolve, unwavering determination, a level of focus and discipline that others can't fathom. And if you can feel those resources now within you, let me know by nodding your head. And just imagine weeks go by and someone high up in the crow's nest announces that land is visible. Feel a sense of relief, elation, a wonderful sense of hope and excitement that it was all for something that all of the fears and doubts were invalid and all of the courage and conviction was true all along. Feel the sun on your skin. Feel yourself getting closer to land. Feel a wonderful sense of manifestation as you open your mind to powerful suggestions that help you on your journey. That from the moment you embark on your journey, every step you take outside your comfort zone fills you with energy and excitement. That you are one of the few willing to embrace the unknown, knowing that new environments and experiences are opportunities for growth. That whenever you work with new people or learn new skills, you feel a sense of mastery and enthusiasm. Each new concept you encounter strengthens your confidence in your ability to succeed. And with each decision you make, you feel a deep sense of clarity and trust in your inner wisdom. And maybe leaving your current venture feels like a natural evolution, a stepping stone toward a future that excites you. That no matter what happens in your new venture, you know you are either winning or gaining invaluable knowledge. Each lesson you learn becomes a solid foundation for your continued success. And I wonder if you can feel that empowered feeling already, knowing that your journey is one of discovery, courage, and personal growth. The cowards would stay on the shore. You are already courageous. And with each challenge, you are reminded of your strength and resilience, and you move forward with confidence. That you manifest success by embracing discipline, focus, and determination. And every time you show discipline, focus, and determination, every time you demonstrate courage, you are manifesting success. And just like those early explorers, you are charting a new course filled with curiosity and a willingness to face any obstacles. You think different. You see challenges not as barriers, but as opportunities to refine your skills and sharpen your vision. And as you move into this new world of possibilities, notice how you feel alive and invigorated, ready for whatever comes your way. That you trust that your courage to leave the familiar behind will lead you to even greater success. Of course, doubts and fears may come, but they are merely passing clouds as you stay focused on your bigger, brighter future. Some people fear the storm, and you embrace every storm on your journey. Not just knowing, but believing deeply that it will only make you stronger and wiser. With each new day, you are more certain that this new venture is aligned with your highest purpose, and the clues are your emotions. Excitement, enthusiasm, passion tells you you are on the right course. But life will test you. Life will test you, test your courage to see if you're willing to stay the course. So feel that courage expanding, growing, resonating and vibrating with every cell in your body. As you feel grateful for all of the lessons of the past, feeling that you can use them as fuel to propel you forward and make even better decisions, and that every action you take is a step closer to the incredible success you are manifesting in this new chapter of your life, this new venture, this pioneering new exploration. And then imagine the 3 boats arrive on land. Maybe you can see beaches, nature, forests. Feel a sense that this is your future, that the risks you are taking will be rewarded, and you have the courage of your convictions. Feel like you're rising up, levitating from that new world, and as you start to get higher, you realize you're leaving a picture in a history book and seeing an image of the new world as a depiction of the past. But take all of that courage, determination, all of that discipline and unwavering focus with you as you start to return to the present moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Connect fully with the present moment as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.